lords and ladies, it's me, Private Yorkie, back from the front. It's crazy out there. Let's get crazy in here. That's my private one. In here. Let's head back. Market Square. And some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous killing time run. Right. All run. Prelate wants us to kill that priest at Desnan. I don't know if we're going to do that. We are evil though. But I don't want to do that. Because I know that shuts off a bit going forward to you. So I don't want to do that, but we'll see. Anyway. For now. Hang on. Oh. Kinnear's overloaded. Why is she overloaded? That's we're all bloody tired and she's exhausted. Right, who's on protective rituals? Well, let's take them. Can we take them all out? Yeah. Protective rituals. But you'd also be on scroll scribing, so you can be on scroll scribing. Alchemy and cooking. That's going to be me. Camouflage. That's going to be Wally. Protective rituals. And none of them are all that good. What is that one? Stealth, is it? Oh, Law Religion. Alright. That's going to be her or him. Night Watch. He's on Night Watch. Sealer can be on the other Night Watch. That means Lan... No. Camellia, you're on Protective Rituals. Although we could do it with them, because at the moment we don't actually have any spell scrolling stuff to do. Alright, oops. Up. I think we're going to go, we've got what we've got there. Begin resting.
It'll be tough getting a helmet to fit you, but we can't leave your head unprotected.
Well, just as long as it doesn't have a visor. Or how else am I meant to scare the enemy?
I have that issue. My ugly mug's best weapon I've ever held. Here, look at that, see? Sometimes a long-awaited rest does not bring the desired relief. What comes is a heavy clinging sleep at the edge of wakefulness, where consciousness seems poised between reality and oblivion. Possible reasons for such disturbed slumber are myriad: strained nerves, perhaps, or a lingering reaction to trauma. Kinnear emerges from the oblivion of her leaden sleep, like a drowned woman dragging herself up from the depths of a swamp. The wound on her chest is burning like someone pressed an invisible hand to it. The wound is closed again, but the blood stain on her shirt betrays its presence beneath. There's no time to investigate the cause behind her malaise. A trying day lies ahead, but how will Kinnear be up to the challenge if the thoughts are so muddled and her entire body aches like after a day's toil? Nonsense, I'll down myself in cold water. As if a veteran adventurer could be frightened by a bad dream. A splash of cold water enlivens the senses and the weariness abates, retreating to the depths of her subconscious, but leaving her path open to return the next time Kinnear seeks refuge in sleep. Kinnear recalls that she slept peacefully in the defender's heart. Perhaps a priest can explain what happened. It's possible.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Tactical retreat! No!
There we are. Oh. We don't have any kind of things to get rid of. What's this? Plus on all saving throws against fire effects. Yeah, use it. We don't have any kind of restoration, do we? Got a lesser restoration, not on you, on her. Oh, on any of them actually. Corn and Ways. Oh God, he's lost everything. But you can copy all of these into his spell book. Can't use them right now because we're doing that, but at least we'll have more options going forward. There's a lot of them buggers, isn't there? I think we really need to go somewhere else that we're not going to be fighting them right now.
Move out.
So, what about if we come over here? Come on. Where are you going? Where are you lot going? And what are you doing up there? Get over here, will you? Oh, we clicked on the wrong part, didn't we?
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Bit of experience there from jumping back over it. I got to check something. And I'll be right back. Alright then, we're back. Sorry, real life interruption there. Not sure about this one. Rocks tend to be a bit mean, especially for this level. Although it might be okay, we'll see. Let's do a scum save.
Cover me, alright?
They will break against our resolve.
Oh, look. Yeah, they got mirror images and everything. And we're missing everything. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's what I thought. But we're not going to run into him, are we? Oh, hang on, there's a little book or something there. There is a book there. Not giving me anything though, so that's okay. We've been here.
Can't hide from me.
Up there. Who's this boy? Thank the gods I found someone who isn't fleeing in a panic. Are you crusaders, mercenaries? The comely half-elf is so frightened he can barely get the words out. I am a servant of Count Darren Cale Nevis Arundi. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. The master himself and all his guests are trapped inside, and the house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through a servant's passage to look for help. Will you help me? The mansion is only a stone's throw away on the next street over. You meet your gaze with pleading eyes. Count Arundi. I have seen him a few times before from afar. He looks highly audacious. I must confess that he did capture my attention, but that's neither here nor there. We should help him. The gratitude of a rich and influential man can only benefit us. You've heard about the Arundi family before. This wealthy and noble Mendevian dynasty was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. The last surviving member of the family, the young Count Darren, has an infamous reputation. He's well known for being a rake and a rogue. Misfortune continues the doghouse and then dare see. The servant cringes. You're telling me? Everyone tried talking me out of taking up the position, saying that it can't have just been bad luck that brought tragedy down on the family and almost killed off the line. But I reasoned that since my master was the only one to survive the calamity, that meant he must be blessed by fate, and the powers of good. The pay was nothing to sniff at either. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you get paid if you're dead. Ask most of the people who took part in Squid Game. The servant casts his eyes around the street. I should have listened to people smarter than me and gone to work somewhere else, preferably far away from Canabres. Tell me more about what happened. I'll tell you what I can. I was working from dusk till dawn and back to dusk again, serving guests at the Count's banquet. When the other servants came to relieve me at my post, I went to sleep. The next thing I know, I'd been woken up and there are demons inside the mansion. I couldn't even reach the Count. The monsters had blocked the way. The Count's banquet was still going on. He and his guests were in the great hall, and as far as I could tell, the door to the room was sealed with demons, and the demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you. Hurry, the mansion's doors are sturdily built, but the demons, we'll have to work hard to get past them, so you still have a little time. What will I get if I help this Count of yours? Well, I am playing kind of evil. Demanding a reward for fighting demons, this is dishonourable. No, it's evil. And foolish too, since demons are the enemy of each and every one of us. Today we selflessly help someone to thrash the demons, and tomorrow someone else will help us. That's not guaranteed. If we are talking about humble working man or soldier, I'd be the first to say we ought to help, because it's the right thing to do, but some filthy-rich aristocrat with a mansion, if he wants our services, he can pay for them. I'm trying to imagine how the cave tribes could have survived if we'd had a small group of freeloaders sitting pretty on their inherited wealth, doing nothing while the rest of us starved. I'm sure the Count will reward you handsomely for any rescue. Alright, up. Where's your master's house? It's not far. You're better off entering from the next street over, through the passage I used to get out. Help, I'm begging you. I hate to think what the Count will do to me if I don't bring back help. Not a lot if the demons get hold of him, probably.
Move out. Now what is that?
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Who's? Who's where on our lineup now? Waldius at front, that's not really appropriate. She can be up front. As the spearhead. 3 behind. As a stealth. Oh, the wolf can be up there as spearhead too. And then you two bringing up the rear. Oh, we got a green bugger in the middle of the air. Here may take heed the hordes of the Abyss march on Canabres. The wall's running to their target. They must not be allowed to capture it.
Head on!
There's Ramian. The golden curled Asimir greets you with a graceful bow. So you found me. I have nowhere else to run. I am at your mercy. Kill me if you wish. But I ask you to hear me out first. Did you really know about the demon attack before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally among the enemy's ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she has been feeding us information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed upon us by the great dreamer herself. They have come to us in dreams. Tell that Huldron brushed them off as meaningless reveries. And while I admit that it isn't always easy to distinguish between our allies' messages and ordinary dreams, but even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna and are always worthy of attention. The prelate, and all the crusade leaders for that matter, should have put less store in reason and more in intuition, inspiration and spontaneity. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who called himself Storyteller, we met him, arrived in Canabres. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. According to him, the wardstone in our city, the first and most important in this chain of wardstones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seemed that the Red Morning Massacre and the other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burnt at the stake as a heretic. Well, he nearly was actually, but that's a different story. We had such vital information on our hands. Information that could have saved the city. But no one cared to listen all the way to the catastrophic end. Not all dreams have benign origins. What if those dreams were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone perhaps could have been the victim of false dreams sent by monsters. But here, in the War of the Abyss, the goddess is keeping an eye on her most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any one of us, Desna's punishment would have been swift. Believing in divine providence is terribly unscientific. You should follow my example. I prefer a scientific experiment over blind faith in benevolent destiny. Or better yet, several experiments. Friend, your experiments, how to put this? They don't look very scientific. You got a point. How do you find out if a fire is hot? Stick your hand in, of course. Now that's science. Next time you're getting ready to do one of the experiments, let me know. I'll round up some punters. We can make a killing. Yeah, with their experience, quite possibly. I'll split the proceeds with you fair and square, or I'll use your cut to pay for your healer, whatever you need. Tell me about the strange rituals that were going to be performed on the wardstone. Ramian looked slightly abashed. When my attempts to open Holrun's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take the matter into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them, I cannot command them, and it seems they were inspired all on their own. In other words, you get to preach whatever you want and you don't take any responsibility for your flock. You've really got it made. You have the point. For pity's sake, how can I be held responsible for the acts of others? These are not children we're discussing here, they're full-grown adults, endowed with their own free will and praise the goddess. Of course, we all help one another, but in the final reckoning, each of us decides how we will act, and each must answer for those choices. They had no ill intent. They only wished to access the wardstone in secret and tried to cleanse it. But to Holrun, this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save their city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and my power as a cleric to get them to give them the chance to flee. They hadn't got away. They were destined for a cell in the prelate's dungeon and quite likely death. Why are you all feuding? Oh, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front lines, enjoying peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I've always tried to help him fulfill the mission he has taken upon himself, and to which he has proved fatally ill-suited. Protecting Kinabris from demons, unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and are saboteurs. He refused to listen to me, and it was only the knightly orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now there is clearly no one left to stand in his way. He is finally free to get rid of us once and for all. Is there any chance you can resolve your conflict? I don't know. Holrun's face is truly formidable. Not only his faith in Armaday, but his own infallibility. In other words, he is hard-headed as a rock tall, but even so, Desna teaches us never to lose hope. Talk to him. Try to explain that we are fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him, bind his hands, but I beg you, if at all possible, do not kill him. I think it'd be simpler just to kill Holrun. Oh no, I beg you, do not sully your hands with the blood of a fellow crusader, even one such as him. Why haven't you left this place to somewhere safer? Because people might need help, and they will come to the temple in search of a priest. I will not hide away in a hole and save my own neck while Kinabres is full of people suffering in the wake of Demon's attack. I have to go. Wait, 3 of my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisition wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them and protect them against demons and vigilantes like Holrun. They will not rest until they find them. If there's anything else you can do to save Kinabres, please do it. Oh. Stranger, wait, you spared Ramian despite what the Mad Inquisitors told you. The young voice comes from nowhere. Oh, hang on, I forgot to remove the spell. I hope Holrun's dogs aren't lurking nearby. A pale youth materializes before you. Ow, my hand, I've got a sore hand. His face looks haggard from lack of sleep, but he is clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. So you're one of the Desna adepts who tried breaking into the Wardstone? Yes, I am Ilcris, cleric of Desna. I'm one of the people who answered the call from the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demons' plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Kenabres and do something terrible to the Wardstone, which already carries a taint of corruption. Charlotte Holrun refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back or take action, even though it could cost us our lives. But what heartless person could stand by in the face of such a deadly threat? What are we planning to do with the Wardstones? The young man hesitates. Our plan was to get in there and follow our instincts. There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage and a bard. Between us we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we'd had enough time, I'm sure we could have figured out what's wrong with the Wardstones and how to heal it. But they didn't give us time. I know how you feel, boy. Devising an experiment and then being unable to conduct it is the greatest of all tragedies. I wouldn't have said that exactly, but I hear you, kinda. I can also tell you that writing daily petitions to the Inquisition of Eamade, requesting even a small piece of Wardstone for study, has no chance of succeeding. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. It needs to be intact. Yes, the local commandos got roped into dealing with this. Some idiot kids trying to break into the Wardstone. Apparently some of ours. But who even knows these days? Sealess eyes. I know there's no evil in you. I can sense things like that. But what you did was stupid and impulsive. Someone could have got hurt. I know from experience. Vicky, settle down. You don't need to be in my face right now. And you certainly don't need to be clawing at my hands. Well, you lot decided that you needed to do something right away, and you did something right away. Great work. Lan gives a sarcastic round of applause. Okay, Tiki, you're a bit hyperactive right now. Let's put you down. Like the city authorities would have done a better job. They weren't going to do a thing, even though it sounds like they knew they were about the danger. All they knew was that some crazies had weird dreams. But anyway, a little late to be trying to pin blame on people. How did you even come up with such a plan? How could we not come up with that plan? You sense the young man's temper rising. Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck. But luck as many lay people would understand it, and luck as we the followers of the music of the spheres see it, are far from the same thing. Other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, like a generous but unearned reward. We see luck as a fundamental flaw of creation, according to which even in the darkest hour, the most hopeless situation, a chance of rescue and change for the better can arise. But you got to seize the chance when it presents itself. Or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna are not people who like idleness in action. That's why when Kenabres was in trouble, we did as our goddess has taught us. We took the matter into our own hands and tried in a moment of desperation to pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. How could a zealot like Holrun become respected defender in Kenabres? His face is strong, incredibly strong. The people of the city have seen him fighting on the front lines time after time. I myself remember feeling dumbstruck the first time I saw the gruff old man slaying demons in a fit of righteous fury. The people living on the edge of the abyss need protecting more than anything else, and that's why they are prepared to forgive the protector almost anything. Even prejudice, paranoia and the death of innocence. Also, Holrun hasn't been as brutal as he used to be for a long time. He and his loyal right-hand man, Leotar, known as Hawkblade, he's a witch hunter too, but a good deal more rational and even-tempered. Holrun trusts him completely, and Leotar always conducts a thorough investigation before dragging a victim to the fire. It's our bad luck that Leotar left Kenabres in pursuit of some particularly vicious hags 2 weeks ago. If he were here, or 2 weeks before the attack, if he were here, he wouldn't have let Holrun attack Ramian. On the other hand, if he were here, we wouldn't have escaped after trying to get to the Wardstone. We'd all be in a cell right now. Whose voice have you been hearing in your dreams? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone who has heard her, I should say, convinced that she is good and pure soul chosen by Desna. We had a choice. We could trust her, accept that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the Abyss, Or we could drown in suspicions and get one step closer to becoming just like Hullrun. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Canabres devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end, I can see now who had the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers, and how many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the Inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? Desna teaches us to trust in last-ditch answers. Listen, my friends are called Aranka and Saul the Wallflower. Aranka is an amazing singer and truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blending into a crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. It will only bring the Inquisition down on him. He'll be harder to find. You'd better find Aranka first. You might know where Wallflower is. Please, find them, and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I will await news in the Goddess's Temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send us new message that will reveal what is to come from the demons. I have to go. Go, may Goddess, etc, etc. Right, so my next step is to find the prelate again.
Onwards.
There he is. Alright, hold on. Inquisitor gives you an appraising look. Well, what brings you to me? I've talked to Amy and he's not your enemy, he only wants what's good for Canabres. The Inquisitor gives you a black look. I would consider these words an admission of treason from anyone else, but I don't withdraw my weapon against she who has been given heaven's gift. And I won't, as long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with that rabble-rouser Ramian. I won't ask you again to kill the rabble-rouser, but as soon as we liberate the city from the demons, my faithful will hunt him down. There's nothing dangerous in the hold, you've got no reason to guard it. I won't hear another word. Demons are hiding underground. The proof is all around you. The demon spawn that tried to crawl out can't harm anyone. Wait, you're trying to lure me away from here, aren't you? With narrowed eyes, Hullrun scans you from head to toe. Perhaps you're a cultist too? Want to help your friends on the ground here? Well, you won't fool me. I won't take a single step from here. Don't argue with him, whispers Woljif. We're better off having him staying here than guarding this stupid hold and, well, you know. Well, your forces are needed elsewhere. Irabeth Tirabade, warden of the city, is gathering troops in the defender's heart to strike against the demons. Who now? Tirabade, that upstart, warden of the city? And I suppose I've been written off for dead. This isn't sedition, it's outright insurrection. I am loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye to a blatant usurpation like that. We have no hope of defeating the enemy if there's disorder within our own ranks. I'm going over there right now. That didn't take much, did it? I need to see what this Irabeth is up to. Alright, so we've got them involved. Now, I know another place we need to be. Actually, we need that. We want to get that.
Move out.
There's another there, and it is loot. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. There. And is that loot over here? I think it might be. Yep, we got that arrow. That is Midnight Bolt, useful. That's all the ammo we dropped. That's a little bit of loot. Now we want to go up here.
Head on!
Oh, look at this lot. Watch it, what are you goons doing? You bloody crossed me! A young tiefling lies trapped beneath a section of tunnel. Another 2 tieflings scramble around, trying to in vain to free him from the rubble. Quick, Wayne, hey, alarm, someone's coming. Maybe she'll help us. Wise up! Let run while we still can. No, come on, don't leave me here, I'll die. Hey guys, in a bit of a jam. Get a load of this lot, and no escort either. What'd you, little shit? Well, you're not dead. And who's that with you? They're friends of mine, great guys. Once you've turned to you and out of the corner of his mouth says, listen, do me a solid and help them drag that sorry carcass free. They'll repay you, cross my heart. I'll help you pull him from under the rubble. You easily clear the rubble and free the trapped tiefling. You performed a good action. Phew, I'm alive and all in one piece, give or take. Thank you. I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. The freed tiefling turns a companion, and you 2 clowns. I don't want to hear a word from you. Get out, get into the tunnel now. 1 trip, just to the Gray Garrison and back. Don't be a coward, it's not going to collapse. Go, or else we came all this way for nothing. That ended well, didn't it? Wish. Not now, talk later. The tiefling eyes you and elbows his chatty companion in the ribs, causing him to bend over in pain. Sounds very suspicious to me. Come clean, who are you? Alright, don't hurt us. People call us tieflings. Well, we kind of skirt around the edges of law, that's how we make a living. Say some tyrant bans books that show stuff he doesn't like, or fancy Keonin wine he don't drink. Is it wrong if we step in to fill the gap in the market? If there's a demand for it, someone's got to sell it. 368 experience. Don't go thinking we're gangsters or anything. Our only concern is making the lives of citizens easier for a little coin. People in this city can't even breathe without breaking some stupid regulation or other. Take this tunnel, for example, that collapsed on our head. It leads straight to the Gray Garrison. Thanks to it, any soldier whose throat is feeling a little dry, who's needing a little nighttime reading material, we can get all the things for him that his heartless superiors refuse to. We're providing a public service. Well, that's one way to justify theft, isn't it? And black marketeering. I help you. Now you can help me. Commander Turabades and Commander Turabades, Serif Canabres. The militia needs people with various skills, even ones as unusual as yours. You what? Are you blind or something? The tiefling points to the horns on his head. Know what people call us? A real loose spawn. And that's one of the nicer nicknames. Crusaders and tieflings don't mix. We'll be torched on sight. Whoa, Turabade. You're the best Turabade from the Eagle Watch. Lads, we have to help her. She's one of the only big shots in this town that actually treat us with any decency. Why should we risk our necks for any crusaders? Because Irabeth risked her neck for us. She saved me from that creep Hull Run, yanked me straight out of his torture chamber. Only a worthless Torag would refuse her to help her out after that. Nah, I'm not listening to any of this. The tiefling makes a show of covering his ears. You do what you want, I'm heading to the River Kingdoms. Go then, I'm going with the Crusaders. And I'm going to round up the others to help. The tiefling smirks. We made some good money in this city, it'd be a shame to surrender our meal ticket to the demons. But enough yammering, so long. And there we are, we've got the tieflings. We've got the knights from the magic knights from the library, and we've got Hullrun's boys. Let's just get promoted, and we'll leave it there for now. You're going to be an assassin, but you're not anywhere near ready yet. You can't do that till level 6. Wisdom can go up, yes. All of that. And what about some kind of... That's not bad. Thickening and entanglement, yes, that's one. And I guess... What about Cat's Grace? Healer? You can have an extra whiz. Actually, no, charisma. That's one that matters to you. And then... That'll work. Familiar. Now, you would become, if you stay with us, not an arcane trickster, I'm sorry. You would become a duelist. You need combat mobility and basic tactics, so nothing special there. Fine. And you're going to be doing slumber if you don't have it yet. You've got slumber already. And you're going to be doing evil eye. Lan. You don't need to be any more Zen Archer. We need to decide which you're going to be. Should we make you a cleric? We could do that, yes. That's a possibility. I'm going to think about Lan while I'm off screen, and we'll put him in next time. The others we can do. Woljif, you can't be an assassin because you're not evil. Don't be an arcane trickster. I'm not sure what that actually gives you that's useful. Death Strike. Display weapon prowess. Oh, that's Aldoris Hornlord, I'm sorry. That thought it didn't seem right. Sneak attack. Impromptu sneak attack. Sneak attack, impromptu. That could be an interesting one. Alright, well, we'll stick with Arcane Trickster for now, of course. Dex and Int. The shame he's not evil in a way, because he'd make a great assassin. There we are. Create pit. And web. And Ninio. What are we going to have Ninio be? Just a wizard, maybe? I don't really see her being much of anything. What would a Hell Knight Signifer be? Persuasion 2. Arcane Armor or Warrior Priest. Oh, she's not lawful, so it don't matter. She can't be any of them. What about Eldritch Knight? 3rd level, that's coming. Martial Weapons Prowess. And we'll do what? Level 1 skips Arcane for a combat feature. And then keeps getting some extra combat features on and off. Yeah. I'm really not sure there's any point in making anything books. Making anything but a wizard's scroll savant. High-powered wizard could be really useful. Now, shall I stick with this? 4, 8, 12, 6. I can sacrifice 1 and still have it even. Dex would be a good one to have, but so would Strength. Strength, she doesn't use it for combat, but for carrying. I'll put a point into Dex for bows and other things. Spellcasting at range. And she can be boosting and stuff. A lot of it. Blur. And full strength, I think. I don't know if we're going to keep Camellia Wizards. We might do. Alright, we're going to end it there. While I'm off screen, I'm going to think about which cleric style thing, which divine cast I'm going to make this lad here. So for now, I've been Private Yorkie. 2 hours been relatively patient for once. You've been fantastic, and this has been Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Killing Time Run. Busy and on.